Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Kani and I am so glad to be doing another video with you guys today. Firstly, before we begin, I just want to extend my gratitude to everyone that engaged in my previous video. Thank you so much for the views, the likes, the comments. I really appreciate it, you guys. Welcome to the new subscribers as well. I really look forward to growing with all of you. All right, so what are we making today? Today we are making traditional trifle, right? So when I say traditional, I mean no strawberries, no berries, none of that fancy stuff. We're just taking it the old traditional way, the way we used to have it when we were growing up. So that's what we're going to be making today. All right, so come with me, let's get started. All right, so here are our ingredients. So we are going to use some custard. This is the Clover brand, and we're gonna have some tennis biscuits as well in there. I've got instant pudding, I've got some peaches, and I've got some jelly. So it's just the jelly powder that we're going to use, and I got grenadilla, black currant, and strawberry flavor. All right, and lastly, just need a bowl for your trifle and a tablespoon. All right, let's get started. All right, so let's begin. So we've got our tennis biscuits over there, and what I have here is a Ziploc bag, all right, and a rolling pin. So I want to pour my tennis biscuits into my Ziploc bag. You can use any other plastic, right? So you can even take cling wrap, put your tennis biscuits in the middle, and then cover over the tennis biscuits, and then just start crushing them. All right, so even a grocery bag, just make sure that it's clean inside because we are handling food. So we just want to make sure that we do things the right, clean way. All right, so I'm just crushing my tennis biscuits in the Ziploc bag so that they can start resembling breadcrumbs. All right, so once you're happy with the size of your breadcrumbs, then it is ready for us to use. All right, so here are our tennis biscuits. So here's my bowl in front of me. So our bowls are all not the same size, so you want to measure in the amount of tennis biscuits that will be enough for your bowl. All right, so as you can see, I didn't need a lot for my bowl because it's not that big. So I just want to mix it up, spread it all over the bowl, and we've got our base ready. All right, so up next we're going to take our custard, just give it a shake first. All right, and we are going to pour our custard all over our tennis biscuit. So don't be afraid to put in that custard. All right, this also just adds to the flavorfulness of the trifle, and it's just, custard is really delicious. It's my personal fave, and trust me, whoever you'll be making this for will not say, oh, there's too much custard. Never. All right, so we're done with our custard there. So up next we want to take our peaches. All right, so I bought these from Pick n Pay as well. I actually bought all of these ingredients from Pick n Pay, and they were really quite cheap, I must say. The peaches were, I think, 21 rand or 20 rand a can. The jelly, the Pick n Pay brand jelly, was about 6 rand, 7 rand. And as well as the custard is actually on special. And if you go get some custard during the festive season, I bet that you are going to get it at a cheaper price because 'tis the season. So you just want to layer your peaches. All right, so I'm starting by putting them on the sides just so that when a person is looking at my trifle, they can also see the peaches appearing there from the sides. All right, so it just makes it really pretty and aesthetically pleasing to look at. All right, okay, so after you've layered your peaches the way that you want to layer them, up next we are going to take our pudding. All right, so we are going to mix our pudding with some milk. Okay, so we're going to need a bowl for that. All right, and we are going to mix in our milk in there. So this pudding is really sweet. So when we use it in our trifle, we're not going to put in a lot. Okay, so this is just to give our trifle that delicious extra sweet taste. Okay, and if you put in a lot of this pudding, then you're going to end up with a really sweet trifle. Okay, so we just want to accommodate the ones who don't have that much of a sweet tooth. Okay, so we're going to measure 500 mils of milk for our pudding. 500 mils is what will get it to that nice, desirable consistency that we want to reach. All right, so we want to go in there with our electric mixer. You can use a whisk, a normal whisk, and use your hand. It just takes a bit longer, so an electric whisk just speeds things up a bit for us. All right, so once we're done, this is the consistency you want to achieve, nice and creamy, and makes it a lot easier to just use on top of our jelly. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with our jelly. This is a pinkish reddish color, so you can choose any color jelly you want to use. It'll all depend on how colorful you want your trifle to be. All right, so I went in there with our jelly. Okay, and after that, this is when our pudding is now going to come in. We're going to take our pudding again, the bowl we made our pudding in, and you're going to pour a little bit of pudding at a time. Just spread it, try get it maybe on all the corners or sides. All right, so remember, not too much because the pudding is a bit sweet, so you just want to put in a fair amount, and unlike the custard where we just throw in a very generous amount. All right, so after you've gotten your pudding there, we are now going to go in with our next product. All right, or ingredient rather. So now we're going to go in again with our tennis biscuits. All right, so basically after you've put in your jelly and your pudding, we're basically starting the process all over again, and that's it. That is the trifle. Depending on how big your bowl is, you're going to keep repeating the same process all over again until you fill up your bowl. All right, so I'm just going to do the same thing. Spread my tennis biscuits, the crushed tennis biscuits. Then we're going to go in again with our custard. Give it a shake, don't forget. All right, and you're going to go in with a generous amount again. And after our custard, do we remember what's next? Of course. So after our custard, then we are going to go through again with our peaches. Remember, you just want to put them anyway. So what I love about trifle is that you are able to freestyle it the way that you want to. You know, you can just see what will work for you, and you are going to do that. All right, so as you can see, our trifle colors are now coming in really good. Like the colors are coloring. So now I'm going in with our purple blackcurrant flavored jelly. So you see the colors are just really, it looks really pretty now as it's coming together. Okay, our next part again is the pudding, and we go in again there. And remember, not too much because, disclaimer, the pudding is really sweet, so you don't want to put in a lot of it. All right, so that's it again. So our next process, we start all over again. We've got our custard. After our custard, we've got our peaches there that we're going to layer on top again. And lastly as well, second last, we've got our jelly, and lastly our pudding. And that is our trifle. And the final steps, you know, our tennis biscuits once again, and the custard once again. And you just want to smooth everything on top there with a tablespoon. And then the last step, you just want to wipe off any parts there on the sides. And voila, all done. All right, here is our traditional trifle. So this is how it looks. It smells absolutely delicious. So I'm just going to pop this in the fridge for about 10 to 20 minutes, and then we will taste our final product. All right, 10 minutes is up. Now it's time to dish up our trifle. So I'm just gonna grab a dessert cup. Yum. Let's just get that in there. Grab my teaspoon. Oh my word. All the different tastes are literally just in there. I can taste the peach, the custard, the biscuits, the pudding, the jelly, all at once. So amazing. That's it. Here's our trifle. Try it out. Let me know how you found it. Really easy. Some tennis biscuits, custard, pudding, some jelly, some peaches, and you are good to go. For the family, you share and you enjoy all together. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.